He came to me pensively and said, "Listen, there is an account that you got. You'll be able to take it up, right?" And I was like, "Okay, this is the first time he's coming and talking to me about work allocation."
Hi, friends, and welcome to our series Heroes of Sokrati. My name is Manoj, and we have with us one of the pillar of Sokrati, Aniket Khare, and we'll be having a chat and understanding about Aniket's journey and life at Sokrati. So, welcome to this series Heroes of Sokrati, Aniket, and we would like to hear from you how has it been at Sokrati.
Thank you so much. I think it's been quite a brilliant journey for me at Sokrati. I joined a little over 8 years back, and when I joined, we were a little over 50 people. I remember there were 53 people precisely when I joined.
Okay.
A very small group, everybody knew everybody.
Right.
And every 2 years, we have grown almost at 3x that size. So 50 became 150, 150 became 450, and I'm sure in the next 3 years we'll grow to 3x of size 2 years back. Um, I've been across at least three different roles now.
Great.
Across operations, HR, and business development.
Wow.
And it's just an addictive sense of freedom to kind of take up initiatives, do what you believe helps the org grow, which is so refreshing and encouraging at the same time.
Fantastic. Good. Thanks, Aniket. I think quite an inspiring journey which you have shared, and you have been through a journey which has spanned for 8 years, year on year, like you mentioned, almost 3x times. So I'm sure in this journey, there is one thing or one first success you must be remembering. So we would like our friends to know that first success in this journey, because first is always the most unforgettable experience.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it were a demonstrated success of my capabilities, but there are certain hints that you receive. And one very memorable incident was that I think it was close to a year in my first year completion in Sokrati.
Right.
And Anubhav, who's the CEO,
Right.
He came to me pensively and said, "Listen, there is an account that you got. You'll be able to take it up, right?" And I was like, "Okay, this is the first time he's coming and talking to me about work allocation."
Correct.
And I said, "Yes, I'll be able to take it up." So that was a first boost of confidence.
Sure.
So that was very interesting. I think from a milestone perspective, if I look at it, there was this time between end 2014 to 2015,
Right.
March, that I was leading the recruitment efforts, and that was the time when in those 6 months we grew from 80 people to about 250 people.
Oh wow!
Yeah, okay. and while I was traveling across the 45 odd campuses that we had approached during that time, there was this event that had happened across the org. And I came to know later on that I had actually won an on-the-spot award for that. So
fantastic!
That was quite
nice.
That was a thrilling experience. Yeah.
I think in a very humble way you put that you were an element in moving the organization from 80 to 250, because that journey which contributed and which you mentioned. I'm sure there must have been various roadblocks. There must have been various challenges during that journey. So, what kind of support did you get from the management, or what kind of encouragement you get during that time? Is what we would like to hear.
So, being a startup and that startup feeling has never really left me. The truth is, the one thing that I always felt we were short of was resources in the technical manner. Having a large team, or having, let's say, advanced hotel bookings done in the place was absolutely a dream.
Everything on.
Yeah, everything was on the run. But I think the one thing that really helps through was that there was a huge amount of freedom given to
Okay.
literally,
Okay.
okay, you believe you're going to do these things, okay, go do it. And apart from just checking for certain basic milestones, there have never been questions. Like
Fantastic.
I visited some of the most remote locations in the country. I actually landed in Gwalior the day there was a riot going on
Oh
the
my
railway
God.
station.
Oh my God. Okay.
And all of these are just very,
Sure.
part of the set of wonderful memories after that. I was never asked a question: Why are you going? What is the cost that you're incurring? Why are you taking this flight? No, it was like you need to achieve this. You go
Yes.
to what
Yes.
what you want. So there is a significant gestation effort that the organization
True.
puts in to
True.
ensure that we are aligned at the level of values.
Correct.
But once they find that people are aligned at the level of values, the uh, number of questions which are asked just goes down dramatically.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Sure.
I think that feeling of being trusted to that extent
Correct.
is a wonderful,
Correct.
wonderful. It's a hugely encouraging
Yes.
factor.
Yes.
I mean, this is my fourth job. I've been
Right.
across 3 jobs before this.
Okay.
And nothing against my previous
Correct.
roles or organizations, but it's the one thing that I keep reminding myself of anytime I count my blessings here.
Great. I think what is coming out is that the passion which you are emitting about the roles that you manage is again from that support and independence in this journey. You articulated it as the freedom that was given, which obviously we can see when you are expressing coming from the words of the tangible kind of success which you have expressed. So I think great. I think what we would also like to know from you is that definitely there must have been challenges in this journey. So any such challenge where you almost felt enough of this, I can't take it anymore, and how do you deal with it?
I can't take it anymore hasn't been something that I've said till now, God willingly. But I do know that one of the things that's driven me absolutely crazy, and especially till the time that we actually got acquired,
Yeah.
was the sheer nervousness around hiring people. I mean, we
Okay.
would take interviews after interviews after interviews, like we would stew on like for 6 months to decide whether we wanted to hire somebody or not. An entirely collaborative interview experience, and I mean, all credit to the co-founders. The co-founders have never ever attempted to influence our opinion on the interview
Oh,
candidate.
fantastic! Great.
I think this sense of encouraging disagreement just allows for a ton of commitment when a decision is made eventually.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of values which are spoken about in many places.
Right.
It's just that when you see some of these in action, it's very
True.
reassuring. So
True.
Great. Yeah, so it's impossible for a referral candidate to kind of make it just on basis of their reference. Never seen that happen. Yeah. So.
Okay, great. I think that's a nice info on how it keeps you ticking, how it keeps going. So what would be now interesting is that what is that which makes you get up every day and look forward for in your current role? What is that message we really want? Because we are having a lot of folks coming and very young and energetic, and we all have been hit by this pandemic in the last 9 months, and I'm sure it's not an easy job, to deal every day. So how is and what is that drives you in your current role?
It's changed over the last 8 years. I remember the first 2-3 years, it was always the idea that okay, some client is going to throw a surprise today, which I'm going to find really.
True.
I'm going to be tested
Correct.
to the end to deliver on it.
Yeah.
But I think progressively, as one evolves from a individual contributor to a team lead and you start managing a function,
Correct.
I think it's the utter smartness of the team that you work with that amazes me. I mean, it just amazes me how many more things they can manage,
Oh.
how many more resourceful ways they find to build deeper networks, deeper, more meaningful relationships.
Sure.
And there are things on which over which I would really think 100 times before saying to someone, which they just manage so easily. I mean, especially things like elementary things like saying please or saying no. I mean, I would think a lot before something like that. But they just manage it so easily. I think having incredibly smart team members is a hugely rewarding experience, and I've seen this across teams. Right? I fortunately, like, one benefit of spending a lot of time in the organization is that you do know a lot of people.
Correct.
And I've been consistently inspired, stunned, amazed by the things people do. There was a time in 2018, 2019.
Right.
This is one quarter that I discovered there were 5 or 6 people from Sokrati who had more than 10, 20,000 Instagram followers because one of them would play the guitar, one of them was into Zumba.
Okay.
And I was like, I mean, with all the effort that's put into the professional side of things, they still get the time and have the energy to do so much more. Absolutely amazing. So, they go on to do amazing things. I mean, just to know that an ex-colleague of mine is now working at Bain Consulting, or an ex-colleague of mine, so many ex-colleagues of mine are like CXOs in their own respective organizations is a huge kick. Conversations at Sokrati are incredibly enriching.
Yes.
I really look forward to a lot of those conversations in person, and that's perhaps one of the things I miss the most.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We are missing it, and all of us are going through this turbulence and this turmoil of being on this virtual media, which a lot of us who are very comfortable and in person are missing. I think that's very, very interesting. I think what Aniket has summarized for us are few key aspects, and they are what I can see from the conversation is that empowerment, tremendous freedom for every individual here, respect for each one's capability, the diversity which exists over here, which keeps us sticking every day. I mean to say, the glow on the face of what we are doing is because of the diversity of the team. And such seniors are tremendously humble. I mean to say, they give credit to the management and their teams, which also is a characteristic, as you mentioned, has evolved over the years. So I think those are some of the key points which Aniket has mentioned to us. Any last message for our folks? What you think? What it is life at Sokrati to succeed? What is that you would like to tell?
One thing that I find at Sokrati, which is very rare to find elsewhere, is the pride we take in our frugality. Like, we have our ups and downs when we look at the frugality and the extent to which the frugality exists. But I think in the long run, it's something that stands an organization in very, very good state through testing times. I mean, that would allow an organization to run a very, very tightly controlled, profitable, healthy business. Creates a lot of shock ups to adverse events. So it's been a lesson in frugality. And I think the beauty of frugality is that you also get so resourceful around so many other things, right? That's been quite an experience. I think the other part of the experience is that 6 of my direct reportees, one person is an insane Harley Davidson fan. I mean, his Harley, nobody touches. Like, nobody, including his family, nobody touches his Harley. There's this person who actually runs events across 34 cities as part of his family. He centrally is involved in conducting musical fests across 34 cities in Maharashtra. There's this other friend other colleague of mine who has actually conducted events for 10,000, 20,000 people. You get to travel a lot with these people. Like, just the travel is so much fun. It's
energizing.
So when you kind of get up at unearthly times, taking a flight at an ungodly hour, it's not so bad to look forward to. So it's not very
Fantastic.
stressful at the end of the day.
Great. I think fantastic. Nice of you to watch us and look forward for our next episode on Heroes of Sokrati, and you get to hear a lot of such interesting information, experiences, and that's what keeps us sticking at Sokrati. Thank you.